Have you heard that your network is your net worth? What does that really mean? Stay here as we cover how to use your network to improve your bottom line. I love this. Here's the truth. The relationships you create over time show you exactly where your business will be 90 days or 6 months from now. When I first started my business many years ago, the only thing I knew how to do was network. I didn't know how to do any other kind of marketing. Maybe I could send out some flyers. Yeah, I could do that. But otherwise, I didn't have any idea on how to market. I knew how to sell, but if you didn't have marketing first, it didn't matter. And so taking what I knew, I went out and joined several networking groups. And I'll never forget these networking groups. In fact, to this day, the people that are in these groups are some of my best friends in business. We still do business together. I'm still connected with them. Now, coming out of this time of COVID, especially if you started your business in COVID, I totally get that there weren't a lot of networking opportunities in person. But I do know that there were many virtual networking opportunities, and I think we all learned how to network over Zoom. It's different. I mean, it's a different way to get to know people. It's, not quite as comfortable. But what I did find is that in particular, one new networking group that I joined, when we had the opportunity to be in small groups together and to have one-on-one conversations, we were able to still develop the same kind of relationships that we did at in-person events. In fact, during COVID, I will say I've met some of my best business relationships that I could have ever imagined coming out of COVID. These are the kind of referral relationships that I'm going to talk about today. So, what is a referral partner or a referral relationship? It's another business that shares the same ideal clients as you. However, you aren't in competition. So, for example, I have a client who's a healer. She's in the healing space, very successful. And I was helping her brainstorm one day, and I said, phenomenal referral partners for you could be chiropractors. They have similar clientele who are open to different healing modalities, but they're not in the healing space the same way you are. And I said other business coaches could refer clients to you. And we just started to go down the line, and we all of a sudden had 10 different potential referral partners for her, when in the beginning she couldn't, it was hard to think of even one. And I get that. It can be like, okay, who could I work with? In my own company today, I'm trying to calculate, we probably have 8 strong referral partners that we refer business back and forth to, and 3 that I would say really stand out, where we are regularly sending business back and forth. Where most people get stuck in building referral relationships is they think it's just like we're going to refer a few clients back and forth. And that's not what I'm talking about. That is great. Like, it's great to have a referral partner that, or a referral. It's great to do referrals with other businesses where you send a few leads back and forth. But I'm talking about another business owner who is probably in a similar size business as you, revenue and client-wise, and has clients ready to go that they can refer to you immediately. And you have clients that are ready to go that you can refer immediately. That's what I'm talking about. Where a lot of people get confused, again, is this it's kind of this one and done thing. Or they believe if I send you referrals, it's guaranteed that you're going to send me referrals back. And that's not true. And we see this happen a lot. I did this a lot. I would send people these strong referrals and never receive any. And then one day I was talking to a friend of mine and who was excellent in the space of referral partners. And she said, well, have you asked? I said, what? She said, have you asked for referrals back? Have you asked them to promote your business? No, I didn't think I needed to ask. She said, oh, yes, you do. Not only do you need to ask, but she said, you need to set up a referral relationship from the beginning with the clear understanding that you're both going to be referring business back and forth to each other. And she even recommended that you meet with that person once a week, if you can, in the beginning, to talk about how to strategically work together and to really build that relationship. That was solid advice. And since then, I've heard other people say similar things, and hopefully that you're hearing the importance of this. The truth is, you have to build a relationship. You have to build a relationship. And so you don't want to open your Rolodex or your client list and just start sending them everybody in the beginning. Maybe there's one client you could refer. Maybe there's one client that they could refer to you. And this kind of referral is, again, it's not just here's a name of someone, call them. This is a warm referral where the other referral partner would, for example, write an email detailing how your business has helped them, for example, or how your business has helped other people and how they think your business could help them as well. It's very specific. It's a warm introduction. Or they make a phone call on your behalf to share how you could help that prospect in business as well. It's a very specific way of referring. Now, remember that a referral from a sales perspective is a 99% close rate, meaning if someone refers a prospect to you, there's a 90% chance that you'll close that sale. 90%. That's really high. So when you do get a referral, treat it like gold. And it's the reason why you want to build strong referral partners over time. I recommend over the next year to challenge yourself to build 3 to 5 strong referral partners or referral communities that could be sending you 2 to 5 or more prospects every month. Imagine if you had 5 strong referral partners consistently sending you 3 to 5 a month. That really starts to add up fast. And if the close ratio is 90%, it's pretty likely those are going to turn into new clients. So that's why I think it's so important to understand the power of referral relationships and referral communities and start to build those relationships now. When I look back at the companies and the different versions of my company that I've grown over the years, I can tell you that first $500,000 in annual revenue that I built was all through business relationships. It wasn't through any type of Facebook ads or social media ads or other things like that. It was all direct relationships, direct conversations, me speaking on stages. It was built very traditionally. And so if you're listening and you're thinking, I don't want to invest a lot of money in ads, or I'm not sure how to do that, or I just don't have the money for that yet in my business, just know that you can pick up the phone, you can start networking, you can build referral partners, and start to build your business to the next level through those traditional marketing methods because they still work. When I think back to the pandemic, I remember the first couple of weeks were so scary, especially for businesses like mine that were all in person, right? Depended on people being in person. And very quickly, like all of our in-person events were canceled, all of my speaking engagements were canceled for sure for the next year. And I remember sitting down with my team and just thinking, I have no idea what we're going to do. And we started to brainstorm. And of course, I believe anything's possible. I believe that to my core. It's what I teach my clients. It's what I remind myself regularly. It's what my coaches remind me. And so what we realized is that we'd become a digital world. People knew how to use Zoom. And we made the decision to shift what we were teaching and sharing, but to bring it all into the virtual world. And we did that. And in a very short amount of time, we almost burned down part of the old business and we built up the new part of the business. And I'm sharing this with you because it wasn't ads that rebuilt that business. It wasn't, digital marketing. It was traditional marketing and leaning back into these referral partners and these relationships that I'd built over the course of my business. And I can remember getting a phone call from one of my referral partners, and I'd met her 10 years before that. And she said, hey, how are you doing? And this was like, she was in California and I'd moved my business all the way to Minnesota. The corporation had moved back to Minnesota, not back, but had moved to Minnesota. I moved back to Minnesota. The business moved to Minnesota. And she called me out of the blue and she said, listen, I've come into some funding, and this funding is, to help other businesses during this time of COVID. And I'd like to gift X amount of this business to you. And if you could use that money to then go out and train more business owners to help them get through this time, that would be really great. Like, she literally just said, here you go, here's a gift. And with this gift, I want you to help as many business owners as you can. I can tell you in that moment, if there was ever a time I needed funds to come into the business, it was at that moment. It was also that moment where I was a little bit afraid that the new model wasn't going to work and I was having some doubts. And here she handed me this gift. What I can tell you is that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't, one, been out networking, been out building relationships all those years before. And if I hadn't continued to nurture those relationships and stay in touch with those people who I loved helping and who also loved helping me in my business, right? It was this beautiful connection and this flow of giving and receiving in these relationships that, especially in that relationship, that helped keep us open during COVID. And after that, all these other past relationships showed up. Like, how are you doing, Ursula? How can we partner together during this time of COVID? And it was because of that not only did we have our best year ever in business in 2020, when other businesses went to the wayside, but we were able to help our clients have their best year in business because of that as well. So I don't want you to underestimate the power of referral partnerships and relationships. And since you're still with me, I want to share a pro tip. I just want to remind you that it's not enough to have one meeting with a referral partner. You want to meet with them regularly. You want to develop the friendship, the partnership, the support, so that you feel comfortable sending them leads or other prospects, and they feel super comfortable sending them to you. And then you move to the next level where it's more than comfortable, where maybe you do an event together, where you're just excited to help each other grow each other's businesses, because that's what's possible. Today we talked about the power of your network and how it impacts your net worth. And it's one of my favorite topics because relationships truly do help your company grow exponentially when you nurture them. And I encourage you to go out, over the next couple months and find 3 to 5 referral partners that you can work with regularly and send prospects back and forth, and just watch how that relationship can blossom over time. So again, thanks for hanging out with me today. And if you enjoyed this video, stick with me because I'm going to talk about the question, is cold calling dead? And how to be successful in cold calling if it's something you want to do. And remember, your 2X is waiting for you too.